Hi everyone, welcome. We'll give it a couple minutes to let the stream fill up a bit. If anybody is going to be coming live or if whoever is here, please let me know. If you are watching, let me know your name. You can put in #live. If you're watching it on a replay, you can also put in #replay for me. I'm just going to also make sure that we got everything in the right order over here so I can see there's comments. If there is any, then I can do my best to reply. And hopefully everything is going well. And I see here we are. Wonderful. Do my best to... There we go. Wonderful. So I set it up that I'm doing the live from my phone, and then I look if I can see the comments. They're going to be coming on my computer, hopefully better that I can see you. So today we have a beautiful, nice, sunny day. Finally, it feels like summer arrived in Germany. Last week I remember I was wearing like one of my winter shirts even because it's, well, I mean, it's, you know, it was a long sleeves type sweater, but it's like, yeah, it was still cold and rainy last week. And over the weekend, it just was like, boop, the switch got turned on to summer, although it's officially arriving next week, but it feels like we got there already. We'll give it a couple minutes yet, not much, because I don't like to punish the punctual. Have a sip of my mint water. I love it so much. Oh my God, I can't believe that I had mint growing in my garden for so many years and I was not utilizing it to eat it or drink it on a regular basis with my water. It boggles my mind sometimes how these things just pass us by. But this year I have started that habit. I have this fresh mint growing and I am absolutely putting it in my water glass and having it regularly because it tastes so good and it is absolutely so good for our liver and our digestion as well. It really helps it to bring that kind of like invigorates it and helps to move stuff in both of those spaces, which is good because we don't want stagnation in our digestion or in our liver. But anyways, I digress. So definitely, make sure that goes down. Let me know if you're watching. Put your name in here. Say hi. If you're shy to say your name, you can just put in, live or replay. I really love to have the energy from you. And also let me know where you're viewing from. I'm really curious because I have viewers from all over the world. And it's really nice to have that interaction and to see that. So don't be shy. It's okay. And something's in my eye. And there we go, rhyming. Pretty fun, huh? There we go, maybe it's okay. So, okay, we're gonna get started. My name is Lori Voss Furukawa. If you are not familiar with me, I am I have been doing this Tasty Tuesday episodes for, today is episode 17. Sometimes I do recipes, sometimes I share tips and information. Usually it's more of an educational type video revolving somewhere around nutrition. Sometimes it has to do also with nourishment and nutrition in our mind in that sense, because I really focus on nourishing the whole entire body. I don't believe that there's only one way that we're going to receive nourishment. And I know that we need from all those to really have full health. So, I'm originally from Canada. I'm currently living in Germany, and I've been on my healing journey since 2010. And I believe that there's not necessarily an end point. There's always continuation, and even can be maintenance as well, which is part of a journey as also. I started my health journey because I wasn't well. I was in really unfortunate conditions in space, and I had a lot of pain and a lot of pain in my space, and I was really not in a good place. So I started to really take my power back and looked into how I could help myself. And in so doing, I have changed my life around, and I also am now helping other people to change theirs too, because I think this information is just too damn precious to keep for myself. And pardon me if you don't like swearing a little bit, although that was a pretty soft swear. I do generally tend to have a pretty foul mouth, and I am getting better. Absolutely. So, basically I lost my train of thought with that swear word there. I think that it's important to have this information. Now that I have it, I think it's important that I can share it with you, because it's, like I say, it's just too precious to keep for myself. And that just sounds like very selfish and ignorant to just think about that it's only for me now that I have all this. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening and watching this. I appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to get started. Episode 17 today. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it, but I really do love being here. And I remember the first time I was to come and do a live, I was really feeling anxious, and I didn't know, like, oh, I had all these notes written out and what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it's coming so naturally. I mean, it always did. It wasn't that it was just always like stress, but I felt much more anxious about it before, and now it is coming much more naturally, which I really love because I know this is my passion. And like I said, sharing it is really beautiful. So again, if you're watching it live, just put in hashtag live, put in hashtag replay if you are watching it on the replay, because it helps to boost the algorithms. And you might think, well, algorithm, schmalgorithm, but actually that helps other people that this information might be useful for. They also have the opportunity to see it with more greater probability, because Facebook promotes things like that. When someone else is liking it, it means, oh, this must be good, so Facebook is pushing it. So that helps other people to have the opportunity to see it. So today's topic, if you've been ill. Yeah, I know, it's kind of like, what? And if you've been ill, this is a good one to watch. And in some respect, I think a lot of us have been ill in one form or another. I'll go into it a little bit more now. So if you have been ill, you know what it's like to be in pain. You know what it's like to not be able to complete your daily tasks or to fulfill your schedule that you've set up for yourself. You'll know what it's like to feel helpless. Maybe you don't have the answers. And you'll know what it's like to feel at a loss for what to do to help relieve yourself, from the pain. Excuse me. And you'll also know most likely about the reality of searching for answers to try to find a solution for yourself. And among other things, of course. But some of these base things are really key components for if we're ill, we're going to feel and experience these things, right? So here's the tricky part. When we're unwell, we have those factors and we feel them and we see them. Like I say, we're in pain. We just want the solution. We want to get better. We do our best to find anything what we can to get to get our health back. If we regain our health and if we can somehow manage to release the pain, we often go back to doing things how we did before, which is really interesting, right? Pretty, I don't want to say logical, but that's a pretty reasonable way that it does. Like, okay, now I feel better. Okay, back to work, back to do all the things that I used to do, back to consuming the things that I used to consume, back to maybe being around the people that I used to be around, all these different things. We go, like I say, back to how we were, back to this normal that we lived before the pain was there. But here's the catch. If you continue to do the things that you did before, there's a really good probability you're going to contribute to that problem happening again and that pain returning. And that is where we need really to put a fork in the road and say, I'm not going back there. The trick is, how do we do that? Because like I said, and I've been there before, I'm speaking from personal experience, absolutely, and also from my clients' experience as well. Like I said, when we're feeling pain and we're feeling unwell, all we want to do is feel better. That's natural. Everybody wants to neutralize those symptoms. We want to get well. We want to be able to participate in the sports and do the things that we want. Be with our kids if you have children. Do all those activities. Go on holidays. Do everything that we love to do. And then we perhaps eventually have gone through treatments or gone through some kind of healing protocol, and we get better. And once we get better, we forget. We forget the pain sometimes. We forget the suffering that we went through. And we go back to living the life that we did before all that pain came in our space, right? So we're going to, like I say, consume, do those things again. And more often than not, we are in the exact same pattern to recreate that problem again. And that is where the power actually lies. Now we have an opportunity to shift the paradigm. We don't have to go back to all those same ways that didn't really maybe serve us. That's the interesting space, right? We don't often look at what is serving us and what isn't. So when we can start to dig a little deeper and think about how if I'm eating, for example, I don't know, bagels every day for breakfast, okay? Do those bagels really serve me nutritionally? Are they really helping my body? Because here's another thing. When we're sick and unwell, our body energy, and I talked about this last week and other episodes as well. So if you're not familiar with it, you can also always go back and take a look on our Facebook page. The lives are there still, although they're not up forever. So you can also find me on YouTube if you just search my name, Lori Voss Furukawa. There's a one section on there that I have TCM Nutrition, and you can see all my TCM Nutrition videos that I've ever made. So yeah, we have this life force, and I referred to it as like a battery pack, right? So when we're ill already, because we are ill, our life force is lower. There's an easier opportunity for this disease or illnesses to come into our space. And then once we do actually get ill, it depletes even more because we don't have the strength to fight it off. So it's depleting. Now we're at this, maybe 30% battery pack that's left. Now what, right? So for example, now somehow you've, like I say, gone through a treatment process or you've managed healing. Okay, so you're better. You're not suffering anymore. But how do we get back, or even can we get back any of that battery life, any of that life force? I'd love to hear what you think about this. If you've been watching my videos, I'm pretty sure you know the answer. But do you think you can get back that life force after you've lost it, after being sick? For example, someone who's gone through a chemotherapy treatment, it's really taxing on the body to have that kind of, those toxins really that are fighting the tumor or the cancer in your body, but they fight everything in your body. Similarly, like when we take antibiotics, it doesn't only attack the bad bacteria that's causing us to be ill. It attacks everything. Same with the chemotherapy. It doesn't only attack or go after the tumor. It's affecting our whole body, which is why people lose their hair when they have cancer, because it affects the cells that produce the hair. It affects everything in your whole body, your skin color, everything. You can't digest food. Often people are very nauseous. These kinds of things are definitely real. And therefore, again, that's the depletion even more of the life force. Even though you're potentially on a healing protocol, it still can be very taxing on your body, right? So how do we gain that life force back? And yes, we can. I won't say, I'm not going to tell you can get 100% back, because that's really just not possible to be like living in your 30s, 40s, 50s plus and get back to 100% full life force power. But absolutely, you are going to have the possibility and the potential to gain life force back so you can do all the things you love and maybe even be better than you were before this illness or cancer or disease took place in your body or in your life, right? And that is where the power lies. That's the empowerment. And it's another reality that a lot of people are afraid of change. Like I said, if we continue to that same cycle that we've always been doing that essentially created the problem to begin with, if we go in that same cycle again, you see the repetition, right? And when we break the cycle, that's where we have to start making changes. And a lot of people are afraid of changes. They're afraid. What does it mean? I can't go out anymore and have fun with my friends? Does it mean that I can't, still eat bagels? Does it mean that I can't do these kinds of things anymore? Does it mean that I can't, take part in these activities or with these people? I can't give you all those answers right now. I have to really be working one-on-one with you to understand fully your situation. And that's an opportunity for us to dig deeper. But on the surface, yeah, there's going to be changes that are necessary. I'm not saying you're going to have to scrap everything, but there is absolutely a space where the change is inevitable if you want to see different results, right? And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be full-on resistance. I don't want to do this, right? Because again, we always have free choice and free will. And that's what I really feel like. And it takes a bit for me sometimes to really embrace this as well. When change can really be invigorating, empowering. Change has the ability to be so empowering. It's amazing because, like I say, the change doesn't have to mean, well, now I can't enjoy going out and drinking because I know that that's going to cause these kinds of things in my body. But when we start to think about it from a different perspective, we change the way we're looking at these. We shift the way we're looking at these different changes that we might have to start to implement in our life in order to break that cycle of potentially creating this pain that was there. We're going to be able to have empowering, invigorating choices in our life. And those tools, because you're going to learn tools, right? And that's so amazing. And one thing about change, an example that I have is seasonal changes, for example. And you might think, like, seasonal changes? She's talking about changing her diet or changing her friend circle. What do you mean seasonal changes? We can learn a lot from nature, actually. And I encourage you to spend more time in nature because it really is a beautiful teacher. And nature changes its seasons, right? We see that. And right now in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going from spring to summer, and we're just about at that tipping point. And you can see more butterflies are coming out, more bees. Oh, that reminds me, yesterday I stepped on a bee. I can't believe it. We were at a sauna, which is part of my self-care routine. And I seen all these bees on the ground, and I had like flip-flops on, and I was walking outside, and then then I was screaming bad words, really. It wasn't only like darn or damn. It was really sore. But I seen it right away, and I was able to like get the stinger out, but it was really sore. And I was like, and like hopped over to somewhere to sit down, and then I like put my water bottle like this I had, and it's like a stainless steel. I've heard before that you put like a knife on the a stainless steel knife on the outside of, or on the outside up against a bee sting or a wasp sting. It helps to contain or maintain so the venom or the poison is not spreading so much, and it helps to, I think, maybe even draw it out. So anyways, the stainless steel, I thought it's cooler, I'll put it on here. And anyways, and my husband was able to get me some ice, and I put it on my foot also. Within 10 minutes it was gone. And I also did do some Reiki healing quickly on it and really focused on my breath. And it's like you can't even see the mark. I was so amazed. But anyways, I digress. A little story about the bees that just reminded me, that was really awful yesterday. I was like, oh, this is going to be horrible. 10 minutes it was gone. Okay, so seasonal changes. Yeah, we start to see these seasonal changes, and it doesn't mean it's bad that the seasons change from spring to summer. And some people might say, I love spring, and I don't like summer, it's too hot. Okay, fine. You don't have to love everything about summer. But the change that comes with summer, we get more fresh produce. There's vegetables that are growing. People are growing their own stuff. There's trees that produce berries. You know, all these beautiful different types of things start to come up. You can go swimming in the lakes if you have a lake nearby. You know, this is a beautiful part of the seasonal change that's available for us if we choose to embrace it, right? And that's, again, the choice that we have. So I don't want to keep you so long today. I'm going to do my best to make these videos a little bit shorter because I think 45 minutes had been going on before. It's a little bit long for people to really commit to watch. And that's, I mean, if you want, absolutely, my videos that I've done previously are around that mark, and they're there for you for viewing if you're interested in. But I will do my best to make them a little bit more compact, and I'm going to do my best also to come on more frequently, so I break up my information and pass it out a little bit more regularly and in smaller bite-sized pieces, pun intended. Let me know if you're watching. Definitely say hi. Give me your name and where you're from. Type in #replay if you're watching it on the replay. If you have any questions, also let me know. What I want to say to you is, if you are devoted to making changes, to making improvements that will help to maintain your health, you can send me a DM on Facebook. You can contact me by email. You can send me a WhatsApp if you have my WhatsApp contact. You can find a way to contact me. And the easiest is obviously on here. Just send me a message on Facebook, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. And let's be honest, life is easier when we have support. That is a no-brainer. We have probably all felt a time or a place in our life where we haven't been supported or felt supported. And that's kind of sucky. It's not a very nice feeling. And life is easier when you have support. So you can also book a clarity call with me. I'll put the link in the comments below when I'm done. So if you really are interested and devoted to maintaining your health, I can help you to do that, absolutely, through my one-to-one nutritional empowerment coaching. And as I am working more and more with different types of people and kind of, I would say, spreading my wings to really fly and soar, to be able to spread this beautiful information, I have been able to cultivate who is really available for me and who wants this information the most and how I feel. Of course, if this isn't exactly if you feel like I'm not exactly speaking to you, that's okay too. And if you do, please reach out, because I'm really focusing on to help female cancer survivors who are 50 plus, who want to maintain their cancer-free status through the wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine in a whole food, plant-based approach, through my one-to-one nutritional empowerment coaching. Okay. This is so powerful. And I am so passionate about sharing it with you. If you're really devoted to making those amazing empowerment changes for yourself, definitely reach out. I have a 30-minute clarity call that's available for people who just want to have a chat. We're going to talk. You can ask me questions. I can ask you questions. We'll see if we're a good match for each other. You don't have to pay anything. I'm not going to come and try to sell you everything here. It's just to chat and see if it's right, because we need alignment in our lives. When we're not in alignment with things that we're doing, it's not good, right? I believe in alignment, and I want my clients to be in alignment working with me as well. That's absolutely key. So I'm here to support you. And like I said, life is better when we have support. If you're interested and if you're devoted to making beautiful changes and maintaining your health, definitely reach out to me. I am here for you, and I would love to hear from you. English is such an interesting language sometimes, and it makes you think about it more if you've ever lived abroad and had to speak to people who don't have English as a native language. Or in my case, I also have, my partner is a non-native English speaker, although he speaks really good English, but there's sometimes things, it's just like, what, that, and you can see the words, and just how I said that, I'm here for you because I want to hear from you. That sounds weird. In my head, I know what I'm saying, and I think you probably know what I mean as well. The spelling is different, but when we say it, it's the same. Sorry again, I digress. And one more, there is a full moon now, so that also the energies get a little bit crazy or wild on full moons, as we all may have heard already. And this particular full moon is one for fun and excitement and invigorating positive change in our lives. So definitely, when we can tap into those energies, life is also always better too. Why not? Why not go with the flow instead of upstream, right? Let's be honest here, everybody. So thank you so much for taking the beautiful time to watch this video. I wish you all the best. Definitely reach out if you're interested. I have my clarity call link. I will put it in the comment section as soon as I'm done. Send me a DM if the clarity call times don't work for you. Let me know. We'll find a time to talk. Absolutely. I love you guys. Take care and be well. Bye for now. Bye-bye.